Listen only mode.
Hey everybody, Brian here, and it's really great to have you along this evening. And you are in for a real treat, and I mean that. I went on a convention not too long ago, and I met this guy, Tim Castleman, and he struck a chord with me right away. And he started talking about some business tactics. We're going to get into them tonight. And if you're just arriving, you're in luck because we haven't got underway yet. This is just kind of the prelude. So before I get too far ahead of myself, we're going to give people another minute or two because I just sent out some information. I just sent out an email. People are popping in one after another. It was about 79 people a minute ago. We're up to 122, 123. So grab yourself a cool beverage, or maybe a tea if you like herbal tea, or maybe green tea if you're a health nut, or maybe you like chocolate milk. Whatever you need to make yourself feel like warm and fuzzy inside, get that. Close the door, quiet your surroundings, grab some paper. This is going to be really, really fun because Tim's going to talk about some information that you can use to leverage internet marketing and to get started, and it's really kind of different from the stuff that I talk about, and that's why I wanted to bring him on today. So again, we're going to get underway in just a few minutes. We'll give it just that. We're going to give it 2 more minutes and we'll be underway. I don't want to delay you guys. You are all here and we will be underway soon. So thanks for stopping by. This is going to be a lot of fun. Hey Tim, are you up there? Are you on the other side?
I am. All that talk of chocolate milk and green tea is making me thirsty, though. So
yeah, indeed. Every time I do that little banter when I tell people to get, because I do that and I say get something to, like something to drink, and like I don't think I've ever said chocolate milk. So the other day I said a beer, and I listened to the webinar afterwards. I said, oh my God, I told these people to go get a beer. So they can study better.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Heck, I think if college would have allowed me to, I could be Dr. Tim Castleman now.
Ooh, yes, you could. Well, hey, folks, we're going to get underway in 30 seconds. I see a bunch more people have just dropped in. Welcome. I've got Tim Castleman with me this evening. We're going to talk about some really fantastic marketing strategies. Tim is going to lay it all out. And what's really neat is Tim has walked the walk. This is what he does to make money online. He's using this method, and it's something that I've dabbled with, but I've really never done. I've thought about it. I'm more of the affiliate guy. I'm AdSense. That's kind of how I do my kind of mojo and make it work for me online. Tim's got a completely another angle. So with that, let's go ahead. Let's get started. We're recording. This call will be sent out tomorrow. So if you miss something, look for the recording. Take some notes. Let's get underway. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from the great state of, Tim, where do you live?
Texas?
Texas! The big Lone Star state of Texas comes Tim Castleman!
That is by far the greatest webinar introduction I have received in my entire life. I am having that dubbed tomorrow, and that will be required for anyone that wants to do a webinar with me now. We'll have to play that introduction. Excellent. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brian's going to switch the screen over to me so you can see my slideshow presentation in just a second. We'll get underway, and basically we'll just go through everything. Perfect. Right there. Show my screen. Just to make sure you guys can, you should be seeing a PowerPoint presentation. If you guys can see the main title screen and hear me okay, if you just would type in the words, I'm alive, into your question box, that would help me out tremendously. I see Brian's typing it in. That's good. Brian's alive. I'm alive. That's good. Is anybody else alive on the call? Great. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, my name is Tim Castleman. What I am going to be talking tonight is a combination of offline and online marketing. For those of you who have not seen or heard of me before, let me give you a little bit about me. First of all, you can find out more about me at 30minutepostcards.com. Not 29-minute postcards or 31-minute postcards. Those belong to other people. I'm 30minutepostcard.com guy. I've been doing offline marketing for about 5 years now. I started with my own insurance and entertainment business. For a short time, I ran a clinical hypnotherapy study, practice area, and also practice as well. And then for several years, I had a hypnosis entertainment business for stage hypnosis. So that's where I got my start when it came to traditional offline marketing. Things like direct response advertising, postcard generation, lead generation, direct response, things of that nature. For the last 2 years, I've been helping offline businesses go online, basically taking their offline business and giving them an online component, a website, a Facebook fan page, Twitter page, video, marketing, PPC, all those things. I've been helping businesses with and get more accustomed with for about the past 2 to 3 years. And up until this year, I did it part-time. So if there's any part-time professionals out there that go, man, I'm looking for something where I can make decent money part-time, this will definitely pique your interest. But business has been so good to me that I've actually decided to go full-time. I quit all my side projects and jobs, and this is all I do 100% of the time. So that's a little bit about me. Let's talk about my promise to you. I know you guys are very busy, and I appreciate and respect the time that you're giving me tonight. So in order to respect that time, here's my promise to you. I'm going to teach you a complete A to Z, down to dirty system to help you get your very first offline clients to contact you back and maybe even get your very first check by 7 a.m. Wednesday morning, and that's if you're lazy. And what I mean by that is after tonight's webinar, you're going to have the tools to get started to where literally this weekend you can start doing your research, plan and plot your attack, and then as a result of that, start getting customers and businesses to contact you back beginning first thing Monday. The great thing about this system is that it will cost you nothing but your time to do, and if you're one of those rare individuals that has way too much money and not enough time, first I would say send a little money my way, then if you've got some left over, I guess give a little bit to Brian since he's nice enough to let me talk, and then we're going to teach you how to outsource it. So I talk to a lot of people that go, Tim, I just don't have the time to put into this. It sounds great. Can it be outsourced? Absolutely. If you're in the position like most of my customers are, where you're starting out and every penny is accounted for and every dollar is spent, then this is something that's 100% free. It won't cost you a single dollar to do it. So that brings me to this slide. Why this system? Well, like I said, it's 100% totally free. When I talk to people on my list and my customers and friends, I find out that most of them have anywhere from 5 to 10 hours a week to a prospect for new business, meaning they can beat the streets, they can call, they can do direct response marketing, whatever it is, they can post on the internet to get new business. But however, the problem that they have and the problem that a lot of us have is cash flow. I mean, every dollar is spent, every penny is accounted for, right? So I came up with this system because it's totally free, and all it takes is a little bit of time involvement, all right? The great thing is it can be taught to outsource workers quickly. I make this system deliberately, stupidly simple because I have to teach it to people in third world countries, right, that don't speak English as their first language. So if I can have somebody in a third world language and country understand this, right, implement it and be successful with it, I know that I can teach it to other people. The other great thing is you can pick any location in the United States and find clients. So if you live in a small town of, say, 50 or 100 people, because occasionally I do get people like that, they always ask me, well, Tim, what would you do? And I would say, well, first of all, move, right? Brian's got a spare room. I'm sure he'll let you stay with him, right? So, but if you don't want to move because you just fall in love with that small town and you want to market to other areas, you can absolutely do that. And the great thing about the system is you can pick, do I want to serve all of my local businesses, or do I want to niche and go to a regional, state, national level? Truly, you do get to pick. I've done both. I've served communities in and around Lubbock, Texas, where I live. I've served multiple states, and I've also served in niche marketing. So I've done all three in some variety or another. The other thing is, and especially this appeals, I know, to internet marketers, you never have to leave home or spend money to contact a prospect. I'm sure one of you out there has a phobia. And I don't mean to make light of it. I mean, I have students in my classes that really do have phobias about speaking to another live human being face-to-face. You get to set up this business exactly how you want to. So if you don't ever want to pick up the phone, you can do that. If you only want to communicate face-to-face, you can do that. Again, you decide. You have the control. You have the power. as far as the amount of time that you're going to spend, the way that you're going to contact people, the way that they're going to contact you back, and how you run and set up your business. 150% control. All right? So I've obviously given this presentation to a few people. Here's a couple things that people have said. The claim you can find an offline client in 4 minutes or less is definitely a valid one. The real value comes in with the email template he gives you. Well, that was for a paid product that's no longer on the market, right? You guys are going to get the very same email template he's talking about, 100% free of charge, just a little later in the presentation. This other gentleman right here, he said he spent about an hour watching football and already had 2 appointments set up for the next week. So again, something that you can literally take the information today and start implementing tomorrow. Right? This one, no different, simple and effective system, yay, 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 process step by step, easy to follow, easy to understand, good for him, right? But this is where I really want to make sure and drive the point home. Do not let the simplicity of this system fool you. It's very simple, very easy to understand, and even easier to implement. But don't think that it can't bring you real-world checks. As you can see, there's a check for $17.50. Right? I got that as a result of doing some website work for our local company here through the exact process that I'm teaching you guys today. All right? I did nothing different than what I'm going to teach you today, and as a result of that, I got that check for $17.50. One last thing, this is Ben. I only include his photo because it's a cool photo. He's out golfing. Ben used to be a golf pro before he hurt his back. He's got a golf product on ClickBank. I found him somehow, and as a result of doing a little work for him, he bought one of my products. And I really thought he bought it just to be nice, kind of as a, hey, let me throw a couple bucks your way, thanks very much. Well, he actually was one that put it into use. And he said, and he contacted me out of the blue, and he said, look, I spent about 8 hours this last weekend, and your stuff really works. And I was like, oh, okay, good. Did you get a client? He said, no, I got 2 of them. I said, well, that's great. I said, how much did you make? He said, oh, about $33,000. And I was like, hold on, wait a minute. So I got him on the line, I recorded the call, and basically what Ben did was he took the same process I'm going to teach you guys here tonight, made contacts with local businesses, had 5 people, businesses contact him. He landed 2 clients out of that 5, one for $30,000. So over a 6-month period for $5,000 a month, he was doing basic SEO on-page and off-page SEO work. The other one for $3,500 was a website design. So again, don't let the simplicity of the system fool you. The stuff that I'm teaching you guys today, right, has made me and my students over $50,000 in 2010 alone. So, and we're just a little over halfway over with the year. So just understand that. Now, a lot of people go, well, what type of services can I offer, Tim? If you're like me and you're not very technology prone, meaning that if someone said to you, hey, I want you to design a website, I'd be like, yeah, good luck, right? If you're like that, that's perfectly fine. In fact, I outsource 100% of my website design and redesign, okay? I have somebody else do the work for me. Why do I do that? Because I'm not technology, I'm technology challenged, not advanced. So for me, it makes no sense when I can get a guy to build me a 5-page website with an email capture, a photo gallery, a web calendar, and everything to the customer satisfaction for $150. It makes no sense for me to learn that skill. But if you're getting your foot in your door, email capture and email autoresponders are absolutely huge. Facebook fan pages and Twitter pages are absolutely huge, again, depending on the market. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. And then also SEO on page and off pages and Google Local, which is now likes to be called Google Places help, is a tremendous way for you to get your foot in the door, make a few $100 sale, and then obviously open up to those bigger services, the website design, website redesign, video, photography, everything like that. So let's get started. What you need in this entire system are 4 very simple and easy to use things and easy to find. What you need is your phone book. So take it out from underneath the desk or it's holding up your coffee table. Pull it out. We're going to use it, right? Google.com. Great thing about Google is that it's 100% free, very easy to use, and it ships with every computer, right? A tracking system. And I will give you this tracking system, folks. I'm bound by law to tell you that this tracking system is probably one of a kind. I mean, it is truly amazing. It is probably something you have never, ever seen before. So it's very, very complicated, and of course I'm being extremely sarcastic. When you see it, you'll go, really? That's it? That's what you do? But it is that simple. And number 4 is email. And if you're like me, when I got started, right, people go, what's your email address? I'd be like, oh, it's timothycastleman@yahoo.com. They'd be like, no, your work email address. I was like, yeah, it's timothycastleman@yahoo.com. I mean, the biggest thing I did this year with email, right, was get a Gmail account. I was like, ooh, look at me, moving up. I get a Gmail account, right? So, again, you don't need to be professional from day one, meaning you don't have to have a website up, you don't have to have an autoresponder, you don't have to have Aweber, you don't have to have Camtasia, you don't have to have all this stuff. You don't have to do any of that. All you need to do is have access to these 4 things. So, here we go. Number 1. This is very easy and very simple. All you do is you open your Yellow Pages to the Yellow Pages part. So forget about the White Pages, and all you're looking for is main categories. And if you don't have Yellow Pages, I'll show you how you can do this online even quicker in just a few minutes. But all you're doing is looking for main categories. Here, obviously the main category, the part where we're pointing to the arrow, right, is chiropractor, right? Dentist, attorney, lawyer, anything like that. Main categories. That's all we're looking for. Not individual businesses, just the main categories. That's it. That's the first step, right? Step 2, you combine that with your city and state that you live in or that you want to work in. So, for instance, I live in Lubbock, Texas. So for me, to show you the example, Lubbock, Texas, chiropractor, right? That's all you have to do. You can put chiropractor Lubbock, Texas. You can put Lubbock, Texas chiropractor. Again, 100% up to you what you want to do. That's step 2. Step 3, you go down to where Google shows you more results near Lubbock, Texas, or in your case, your city and state. Click that button, and then here's what pops up, and that is every listing in or around your local city. The great thing about this, and you can see it's down in the corner, it's a little hard to see, but in one category, in Lubbock, Texas, for chiropractors, there's over 305 results. What does that mean? That means that even if Google screwed it up, let's just say for somehow Google got 50% of these listings wrong, that still would give me over 150 local businesses to work with to get their businesses online. Now let's just say that only 10% of those businesses, so now we've got 30 businesses in this one category have websites. What does that mean for us? That means out of one category, there's 30 people that you have the potential to work with. Now, before we go too much farther, let me explain to you who I work with. There's 4 sets of criteria, okay? Number 1, it's got to be a mom and pop shop, okay? Wendy's, McDonald's, Walmart, they're not coming to Tim Castleman for website help, and I'm not actively seeking them out. I don't like to work with corporations because it's all committee-based and, you know, we'll get back to you and I need 15 million things, but I can only pay you for this one. I just don't like to do that, okay? Number 2, I have to have the ability to meet with the decision owner or the manager, right? So either the owner or the manager. Whoever controls the checkbook, that's who I like to meet with. There is nothing worse at all than meeting with somebody who you do your whole pitch, your whole presentation, you wow them, their jaws drop, tears start flowing, they start renaming their children after you, right? Your results may be different. Mine have been like that, right? And then they go, oh, that's great, Tim. Look, I've got to take this back to my boss, who's got to take it to a committee, who's got to take it to a boss, and then we'll contact you. How's never sound, right? So I have to be able to be nose to nose, toes to toes with that person. Again, if you don't want to meet face-to-face or you've got a full-time job and you can't, do it over the phone. If the thought of talking to somebody on the phone makes you instantly vomit, first, clean off your computer. 2, get a hold of yourself. And 3, decide, okay, I won't do that. I'll do it via email. Again, the great thing is you get to decide how to do this, okay? So number 1 is got to be local, non-franchise. Number 2, I got to talk to the decision maker or the person that controls the checkbook. Number 3, and this is if you really want to make it stupidly simple, they have to already be doing some form of advertising, okay? Yellow Pages, TV, newspaper, radio, billboards, internet, anything that shows any type of money output on advertising. I mean, even wrapping their cars in those, you know, in the walking billboards. I mean, even our local schools here, they're hurting so bad for money, they're actually selling spaces on their walls so that drive-by traffic can get advertised to. Well, in the local area, for someone to do that, it's $600 for 6 months or $1,200 for the year. So that means that a local business, if they want to get advertising, has to spend $1,200. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to show you this Yellow Page sign. or this yellow page, right? That ad right there runs that guy about $2,300. The ad in the white, by the way, is the one I'm talking about. Runs that guy about $2,300 a month. So you figure out what that cost him in a year, over $25,000. My mom, God bless her, decided to go into business this year for herself. No money to pay for advertising, barely could afford the lease, right, the down payment and to get her supplies and stuff like that. So what I want you to do is I want you to picture in your mind a business card. Then I want you to fold that business card in half for an ad that size, okay, half of a business card size ad. Black and white with just her business name, website address, phone number, and just one or two other little details. $290 a month. So my poor mom would have to spend $3,600 a year on advertising for one form of advertising. I worked with a lawyer. He has the back cover of the Yellow Pages here. That runs him $125,000 a year. Let that sink in for a second. I've tried to do advertising on my own. I wanted to advertise in the newspaper here locally, and for a business card size ad, plus just a little, it's a little bit bigger than a business card size ad, it was $900 a day. Now, if I had false teeth, folks, they would have fallen out. In fact, I told the guy, look, sir, I don't want to buy the newspaper, right? I don't want this to be the Tim Castleman Gazette. I just want to rent some space in it for a single day. So if they understand the importance of advertising and they understand the importance of paying for advertising, that is critical component number 3. And really, if you want to make it really super easy for you to be successful, all you need to do is take it to step number 4, and that is this. Businesses that are advertising and already have a website. Because not only do they understand the importance of advertising offline, but they understand the importance of advertising online. So really, it's shooting fish in a barrel when you get to that point. And the great thing is, most of those websites look horrible, right? They look like some 9-year-old kid, right, from Tibet put it together. I mean, they just do. And I'll show you some real-world examples here in a few minutes, okay? So, again, those are my 4 criteria. Got to be a local, non-franchise business. Have to be doing some form of advertising, right? Yellow Pages, I don't care what it is, Yellow Page, TV, radio, whatever. Have to already have a website. And again, that one's not super critically important, but when you're first starting, it absolutely is, because it's easy money, okay? And the other thing is that you have to be able to meet in person, on the phone, via email, with the decision maker, the person that controls the change. So let's do a real-world example here. Let's pull up Google.com, right, and let's just do exactly what we did. So I'm going to show you, accountant, apparently I can't spell today, and that's good for me, accountant, Lubbock, Texas. So doing what we said, this is obviously the first results right there. You go more results near Lubbock, Texas. So for me, and again, it's probably a little hard for you to see, in Lubbock, Texas, we had, in and around, we have 846 results. Well, what does that mean? That means that there are 846 accountants in Lubbock, Texas. So for one category, right, they have 846. Now again, let's say Google got it totally wrong. Cut that, divide it by half. That still means, right, that you would have over 400 businesses to work with one single category. Now think about all the categories that are in the Yellow Pages. I mean, my Yellow Pages is several hundred pages, which means you could go from A to Z doing nothing more than what I've already taught you, and you would literally run out of daylight in life before you would go through all those clients, especially when it changes year after year after year. So let's go back. Let's give you, I told you I'd give you some real-world examples. So let's just look at a couple. Let's look at Mason Warner and Company's website here. Okay, so Mason and Warner Company, which is the last listing on Google Places, right? This is their website, right? News, 4/20/09. Well, let's see. It's 2010, July, so this probably needs to be updated, right? There's no email capture. Where's a photo of this person's building, right? And here's what I really like. Where's my refund, right? Oh, if you have questions about your taxes, you might want to call the IRS. You're right, because when I'm looking for a local business, what I want to do is have to contact the IRS to find out answers to my questions. God forbid I ever want to find a local company to help me with my tax issues. No, no, no. So that's one. Where's the photos, okay? Where's video? I mean, it's 2010, right? You're telling me there can't be a video from Mason Warner and Company up there talking about the services they provide, how they can help you? Now, they've got some sidebar here with this nice fake wood paneling. That's good. Right, let's go down here. This is another one that I always like to check. Copyright 2006. So that means it hasn't been updated, at least his website, in 4 years as far as the actual physical frame of it, okay? And look at this right here. Over 21,000 people have been to this website. Now, I know from my personal experience it cost me $300 last year to get my taxes done. I talked to a friend the other day. He was $1,300. Are you telling me that this is the website that you want to show someone when you're going to ask them for $300 to $1,300? And if this person had an email capture, then every year instead of having to go drum up new business, they could contact me and say, hey Tim, it's tax time. Here's the deal. Right now we're doing a tax return special for $20 off, for the next 10 people to book their appointments. Call this number, yada, 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 yada. Right? That's actually, and the sad thing is, folks, this is actually a decent website, considered to be decent in the local area. Let's go and let's look at Eric Miller here, right? Check this bad boy out. Ooh. Now, again, think about it. This guy wants $1,300 of my bucks, right? And for that, he's willing to give me, right, a photocopy of his Yellow Pages, right, ad, which, by the way, is an image, as you can see, because it moves around. So there's no SEO properties. So it doesn't help him rank any higher locally because all of this stuff doesn't count for that. He's got this awesome 1989 background that he probably paid someone to do, right? He's got an IRS logo that has been stretched out beyond its years. Again, another popular guy giving the IRS all his business. Where's his email? Where's this guy work? I got his address. How about a photo of the building? That might help. How about a phone number that actually could rank higher and help him rank higher in Google and Google Places, right? Oh, look, he's got this cool 24 type thing. Doo-doo, 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 right? I don't watch the show, so I can't mimic the sound. But my point is, I mean, that's what this guy has. And again, 2,900 people have seen this website. Now, think about how unprofessional that looks. Again, email capture, that's one thing. SEO, where's the content? How about getting some articles written for on-page? What about a press release off-page? What about video? What about photos? What about just a website that looks decent? And again, folks, 2008. Wow, okay. So he's 2 years more up to date than the other people. And that's just a small example. So in a second, I'm going to start asking for questions. Feel free to type them in there. Brian can either read them to me, or if Brian lets me see them, I'll be more than happy to answer them. But I want to show you one other one, and then we'll go. Then I'll answer your questions. So if you got them, type them in there. So Durbin & Co. This one, actually, believe it or not, is pretty decent. They've got a photo of their building. They've got a photo of Old People Incorporated. But let's look at this photo, right? Save link as staff. So their SEO optimized, right? Their SEO optimized tag for that photo is staff. Wow, very nice. They've got this beautiful blue background, and to make sure it's really easy to read, they've got blue text as well. It helps out tremendously. They do have their name, their address, and their phone number, and their fax number way down here, right? They've got a contact us form. This one's not too bad. I would still like to see some more photos, an easier way for them to contact me, a way for them to capture my information. I mean, how about putting, hey, do you want a free tax consultation? Put your email here with your phone number, and we'll call and schedule a thing. Then these people are building up a list so that if Durbin & Company ever want to sell, they can go, hey, I've got an email list of 5,000 people we've done taxes for. You could contact at a moment's notice. That is a sellable commodity. So with that being said, now I will stop for just a second, grab a drink of some refreshing chocolate milk, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions that we have so far.
So sounds good, Tim. I'll go ahead and I'll make you a presenter, and then you'll be able to see those questions. Won't that be fun?
I have the power, and that's scary. That's really scary. Excellent. Okay. All right. I will answer one or two questions, and then we'll keep going. That'll be perfect.
All right. There you go. You should have questions now. I see that we have a couple questions coming in.
Good. Well, other people are drinking chocolate milk with me. That's good.
One of the questions we have is, how do you get a business on Google local search?
It's very simple. It is a completely free listing. All you have to do is go in and fill out the listing. And it's very, very simple. You just go to, like, in fact, since you asked, I'll show. How about that? Google Places, right? Apparently I can't spell today. So right there, google.com, and all you have to do, type in Google Places, right? And then all you have to do, by the way, this is for my mom's thing, right? Shows you all the traffic and cool stuff like that. All you have to do is add another location. That's all you really have to do. This is set up for my mom's deal, so this is why it's a little different. But it shows you everything. That's the cool part about it. So let me sign out of this account, and we'll just pretend like we're a total novice here. So there you go, signing out. Fantastic. Google Places. Whoops. Try this again. Google Places. Should not register. There you go. Then you would sign up, or and when you sign into your deal, all you do is you simply add it. But again, it's totally free. You go step by step. You do a couple critical components. You add it up there, and before you know it, it will absolutely show up. It takes a few days. My last one took 30 days. Some take 15. Some take 45. It just kind of depends on what Google feels like they want to do.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff, Tim. You've got some really great information here. And you know, I actually met Tim in Vegas, and he went through the process of getting a listing, and it was just like filling out a form. Isn't that ultimately what you do? It's like a simple form you fill out, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the key to Google Places, okay? Fill out everything, all right? They give you like a number of categories, so you can have up to 5. Have 5 of them. You know, make up your own category. You don't even have to take what Google recommends. You fill out the listing, literally step by step by step. They walk you through the entire process. You put some photos up, right? Well, Tim, the business doesn't have any photos. Take your digital camera, snap some photos, put them up. You're not optimizing this for the business. You're optimizing it so Google likes it. What's Google like? Content. You do that, you add videos. Well, Tim, they don't want to do videos. Well, have they ever done a commercial? Well, yeah. Well, then add the commercial on there. Again, it's a video. Then you get some reviews up there. Very easy, very simple. Then you do a couple other minor tweaks, and 80% of the businesses that you work with, if you do nothing more than what I've just described there, you will dominate the local market. There are a couple other things you can do to make it super duper powerful, but if you do just what I taught you right there, you will dominate the local area. Cool. All right. Well, looks like we're good on questions, so we'll keep going. If you guys have questions, feel free to type them in, and we'll answer them. All right. Chocolate milk done. Here we go. All right. So this is the state-of-the-art tracking system we talked about before. It's a little program, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, called Microsoft Excel, right? And all you do is you simply, I had this actually done for me by an outsourcer. Put your main category there, the business name, right, their website, and all you're doing is copy and pasting here. Their email address. Why their email address? Well, that's how you're going to contact them. Well, what if they have a contact form? That's perfectly fine. Just put contact form where it says email address. And don't worry about contact forms, because I've actually found better response with the contact forms because they realize a real-life human being has put it in there and not some spam bot. And then after that, you simply put what you can help with that website, right? So I can do video, I can do photos, I can do an email capture, I can do an update, I can do a website design, I can do a redesign, I could, you know, SEO optimize the page on the page, I could do some off-page stuff, you know, again, whatever you think will help that business, and just make a list. So that's the next step, right? So we found the business, we've done the research, we've looked through it, we've written down all the stuff that we need, and we know how to contact them, and we know what we're going to contact them about. So that takes us to the next step. Really easy, really simple. I don't complicate things, right? If I can't count my fingers and get it done, it just doesn't happen. So for me, what I would tell you is the next step is this, right? What you do is you just simply send them an email. And this is the email that I talked about, right? Over $50,000 in 2010 alone. Okay, and you'll notice it's not a typical internet marketing, right, one. It doesn't tell you that there's only 2 copies left and there's 4 people remaining and, you know, I mean, there's no hype. It's very low key. What internet marketing people respond to is a little different than offline marketing people. A little different, right? So what I do is I simply, the subject is your website, right? And then my name is, and then obviously that's where you're going to put your name in there, right? Owner of, and then you put the owner there, a local web development company. And if you really want to be powerful, you could say a local web development company right here in Lubbock, Texas. Well, why would I do that, Tim? Well, the reason is simple. If I know that you're local, then I know that you're not a spammer, you're not in some third world country. And it's kind of like if I knew Brian lived right next door to me, do you think I'd be meaner or nicer to him? Well, let's be honest. Since it's Brian, I'd probably be meaner to him. But most people are nice to their neighbors. Why? Well, because they know that there's a chance that they may run into them one day. Plus, it lets them know, especially in I don't know what it is about Texas, but they're big about keeping their money and their business in Texas. So here in Lubbock, they're big about spend money in Lubbock. Well, if I let them know they have the opportunity to spend money in Lubbock, right, that helps me out. So again, a little psychology trick right there for you. So a local web development company in Lubbock, Texas, focused on generating new business for our clients through the internet. I will keep this very brief. I would greatly appreciate the opportunity to sit down with you and show you how we can simultaneously save you money on Yellow Pages. So, wow, you can save me money and create more business with you with a beautiful and powerful website. So I'm showing them and telling them, look, I can save you money and get you more business. You tell me any business owner in America that's like, man, you can save me money and get me more customers? No, I don't want that. Trust me, they're out there, and yes, you will deal with them. But most of them, if they had half a brain, they'd realize how powerful that was, right? And then it's simply, after all, the internet is quickly replacing the phone book. Please call me at. Now, again, some of you people that vomited on your computer earlier, right? First of all, clean yourself up. I can see that. It's disgusting. Second of all, understand, right? If you don't want them to call you, then say this. Please email me at. Well, Tim, I don't want them to email me. I want them to call my voicemail. Please call and leave me a voice message at, again, whatever works best for you. And all I tell them is to schedule your personal appointment. Well, I don't want to do personal appointments. To schedule your phone appointment. Well, I don't want to do that. To schedule a phone consultation. Okay. To give me your best email address. Again, whatever you want to do, however you want to set yourself up, right? So you tell them, make a contact or respond to this email with a good time to call. Sincerely, and put your name. Now, some of you guys are freaking out, I'm sure, because what about spam? What about spam? Here you go. If you're not interested, please respond with no thank you, and I will make sure you're not bothered by another one of our emails. The worst thing I've ever received in my entire life is no thank you. Not interested. Please do not email me again. Please take me off your list. I have never, ever had people be mean or angry to me, okay? And if I did, I'd flush the email and go on with my life, okay? Because life's too busy. Now, I have a motto. I'm too smart to work with stupid people, okay? And if they are so upset by the fact that I want to help them generate more, there you go. So that's what I would tell you is, again, if they're mean to you about that, then just don't worry about it. Flush it and go on to the next one. So that is the email. I'm going to answer some questions in a second, but if you guys want the email, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Just go over to 30minutepostcards.com/email.html. You'll see a thing there. Put your email address in there, and I will get it to you. It will take me, I'll probably get it to you tomorrow, so just give me the night, but I will get you that free email. And again, you can use it however you want for personal rights only. Okay, I obviously don't want to see you guys selling it or anything like that, but feel free to use it 100% free of charge. My gift to you for being on the webinar tonight. So just to let you know that. While you're doing that, I'm going to answer one or two questions, and then we'll keep going. Okay? Perfect. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you guys are busy typing. I can see that. All right, I'll give you a second. Barry asked you a great question. You do not even need to have a business site of your own. Barry, when I first started, no, sir, I did not have a business site at all. Okay? I didn't have a website. People were like, show me your proof. I'm like, it's $500, right? Well, show me your proof. You're getting me it for $500. And again, that's when I very, very, very started. I don't even get out of bed for less than $500 now. But no. And if they want to see proof, you can tell them. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But here's a tricky way to get a few websites underneath your belt and start building up that proof portfolio. Is there anybody that would like to learn how to do that? To get a few websites underneath your belt, build up your proof portfolio so you can show to clients. Anybody at all? All right, so Brian and Todd want to, but that's all I got. Okay, all right, okay. Apparently a few people do. Okay, here's what you do, right? And again, 10 more seconds, and then we'll keep moving on. What you do is you simply contact local nonprofit organizations or religious organizations. Maybe you're a member of a local church, and they have a horrible website. You can help with that. Nonprofit groups are hit hard by the recession, and they're looking for any help they can get. The great thing is the work that you do for them, and again, check your local laws, is a write-off, right? Because you're making a donation. Here's the great thing. You do it for a local nonprofit group. In fact, I got a student that did this. Here's what he did. He did that. He did the website for them. They loved it so much, they sent it out to all their corporate listing, their emails, sent it out to all of them. Hey, check out the work that this guy did for us. Not only that, but he got tickets to their black tie fair. So whenever he goes and meets with a business owner, he shows them that website. 90% of the business owners go, I know about that company. Oh, you're that guy. Oh, okay. And the great thing is, if you do that for one or two nonprofits or a religious organization or even your own boss. I mean, imagine working in a small company. I wish I had done this years ago when I worked as a manager for a blind manufacturing company, right? I wish I would have done that because that would have helped us out tremendously because our website was horrible. But think about going into your boss tomorrow and going, hey, boss, I'd like to build us a completely new website. All I need is proof, or all I need is these few things and a letter saying that I wrote it and you guys were happy with it. Would you be willing to do that? Could I do some work for free on my own time to make this company more money? And you know what? If your boss is a jerk and says no, build the site anyway. There's no need to say that it is their current site. So you could say, hey, I built this site for XYZ company and show it on your own thing. So for mine, it'd be timcast or 30minutepostcards.com/ XYZ company. And you could just show them like that. So that's a great way for you to do it. Teresa, no, ma'am. You'll need to put your email address in the website address here, the 30minutepostcards.com/email.html. So that's a great way to build up your proof portfolio. You do that with one or two companies in exchange for a testimonial, maybe even barter. If they have like a local charity event you can attend free of charge, do that. And that way when people want to see websites you've done, you can show them, right? It's deadly effective. Hey, look at these 3 websites I've done. And you legitimately have done them, and they'll be happy with that. Andrew asked a great question. What is off-page SEO? Andrew, I'm talking about like e-zine articles, right? I'm talking about press releases. I'm talking about videos posted on YouTube, anything off-page, Facebook, Twitter, anything like that. And the great thing is, and I'll show you guys with a real-world example with my mom's site. I mean, once you start doing that off-page stuff, it stacks your listing. So instead of having one listing for my mom's company, she actually has 6, right, through different mediums and focuses and things like that. Cool? All right. Oh, / Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I have a software background. Great. Okay, / / See, that's why I'm not even technical. I don't even know the terminology. There you go. All right. Do you have a checklist for things you look for when you go to a company website? Yes, Christine. Out-of-date copyrights. Okay. Any photos? No photos. We want photos. Video. I want video if at all possible. On-page content. How frequently is it updated? Is it keyword optimized? You know, is the domain name keyword optimized? Is there keywords, you know, I mean, again, Google Places, are all the categories filled out? Is all the descriptions filled out? Do they have photos? Do they have reviews? Do they have, you know, all this stuff? And just things like that. Very basic stuff that you expect on pretty much every standard internet marketing website that these people don't have at all. Brian says, in your opinion, what's the best way to learn proper website design so I could actually have the talent to build these sites? Brian, the best way to do it, honestly, my honest route is not to learn it at all. Now, I know that sounds funny. Let me explain that to you, okay? I can have a website done for $150. Now, Brian, I charge $1,500 a website. Okay? Now, I can sell, if I book appointments, right, I can sell 2 to 3 websites a day if I book them properly. So let's just say on a good day I could make $4,500. Again, let's say I had 3 appointments, I landed them all. Why would I want to learn something that I could have outsourced, right, make $4,500 and outsource for $450 or 10%? Why would I want to learn that skill? Because, right, and Brian preaches this to me all the time, focus on your high-value activities. Where are you making money in your business? Do more of that, less of the other stuff, right? So you make money selling and marketing your business. I make money selling and marketing my business. That's what I focus on. The design stuff, and no thank you. As far as if you were just die hard and Tim, I want to learn it, I'm sure there are step-by-step courses out there, Brian. I don't know of any. I will do some research, and if I find some, I'll let Brian know. But I just have it outsourced, guys, and we'll talk about outsourcing in just a few minutes. Gotcha. Okay. All right. John, the reason why that doesn't work is postcards is spelled without the extra A. So just to let you know. All right, cool. All right, here we go. All right, follow up. This is where 99.9% of the people out there screw it up, right? They send one email to 4 offline businesses, and as a result, guess what? It doesn't work, right? So they send 4 emails to 4 businesses. They go, oh, this stuff doesn't work. I'm going to go on to the next shiny object. Let me tell you something, folks. People are busy and they're lazy, just like us, right? We're all busy. We all have other things we'd much rather be doing, right? We miss an email. I mean, my email box has 900 emails in it, right? I'm going to miss an email or 2, okay? Same thing with business owners. They get busy. You email them on a Monday when they're dreading going back to work, or a Friday when they're looking forward to the weekend. There's a chance it can get missed. So what do? You set up a marketing calendar. Let me give you an example of what I would do. The first week, I would send this email out to 100 businesses. Well, why 100, Tim? Well, because if I told you guys 1,000, you'd laugh in my face and you'd never do it. But 100, you only have to find 20 a day for 5 days. Very easy. And you simply send out the email that was on the previous page, and then you do that, okay? That's all you do. 20 a day, Monday through Friday. Then the next week, you cold call those businesses. Relax, take a deep breath. Breathe into the box, okay? I'm not saying to cold call in a traditional, hi, my name is Tim Castleman from Time Life, click. That's not what I'm talking about. The tricky way that you cold call is that you do cold calling without cold calling. Now, I know I've thrown you for a real loop, so let me explain. If a business closes at 7 p.m., you call them at 8 p.m. Don't call them at 6 because they're going to be there. You call them well after the business is closed. Why? Because 99% of the businesses out there have an answering service, an answering machine, or voicemail set up. And then all you do is you leave them the following message. I'm going to say it twice so that you guys can write it down, and it will, of course, be on the replay. Hi, this is Tim Castleman. I sent you an email last Tuesday about your website. It was kind of important. Please please read that email and call me at ... Say it again because I screwed it up, right? Hi, this is Tim Castleman. I sent you an email about your website last Tuesday. I haven't heard anything back. It was kind of important. Please call me at ... You can do it however you want. Option A, option B. What that does is that leaves that voicemail for them. So the next day the business owner comes in, listens to that, goes, who the hell is this guy? Oh, he said he sent me an email. Let me go back next Tuesday, Tim Castleman, Tim Castleman. Oh, there's an email from Tim Castleman. Bam, there you go. If he is interested, he is going to contact me back. Again, if he is interested, he's going to call me back. He or she's going to call me back. If they are not going to call me back. Again, just like the email, I've never had anyone be rude. I've never had anyone be mean. I've never had any of that happen to me at all. If that did happen and I picked up the phone and someone was yelling at me, and again, how dare you try to help me save money and make more money with my business, you SOB, right, click on to the next one. There are too many people out there that need your help to focus on the few people that are too stupid to take advantage of it. So week 1, you email. Week 2, you quote-unquote cold call. Week 3, you email again, right? Week 4, you cold call. So you will have made 4 contacts with that business over a single month period. And again, guys, emails get lost all the time, right? Hey, you get this email I sent you? Nope, sure didn't. It went in my spam folder. My spam folder automatically deletes. Sorry, I didn't get it. Send it again, okay? Or, hey, I got your email. I was too busy. I get people call me all the time. Tim, I was too busy to respond to your email. I'm so glad that you called me. Now, here is the thing I want to talk about email and the calling thing that we've talked about. We are having these people do what? They're coming to you as a result of this, okay? Now, I know of homeless people, okay? And, you know, I'm not making light of it. I'm just saying there are people there. And they're out there and they've got their signs and they're begging for change and spare change so they can feed their family. That's fine. I understand that, okay? But that is a position of desperation. I equate the same thing to going like door-to-door sales or a cold call, right? It's like, hey, mister, please hire me. I got this bag of tricks. Won't you please hire me, sir? And it gives the business owner the position of power and you the position of weakness. But if you do it this way, the only people that are going to contact you are who? The people that are truly interested, that want to find out more information. Look, folks, I don't deal well with rejection, okay? I married the first woman that said yes to me because she said yes to me, right? Why? Because I didn't want to ask somebody else and have to risk rejection. Okay? The great thing about this is it puts you in the position of power because they email you back. Yes, Tim, I'd like to learn how you can help me. Not, no, I don't want to learn. It's like, yes, how can you help me, Tim? Hey, Tim, how can you help me get a better website, make it look nicer, make it more optimized, save me money? How can you help me rank better in Google Places? How can you help me? And it puts you in the position of strength and them in the quote-unquote position of weakness because now they're expressing a want, a need, and a desire for you to help them instead of you pushing it on them in the process. Okay? So that's what is really, really, really paramount when it comes to that. Okay? All right, let's answer some more quick questions and we'll keep going. Have you designated emails 2 and 3s? Yes, I have. All you need to do, Christine, is you need to email 2 if you really want to go simple. Is you can go, hey, I sent you this email 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard back from you. The first email is below. Bam, there you go. That's email number 2. It's real easy, real simple. If you have more money than time, or if you have a little money to spend it, you can also up the ante. So week 1 is just or email 1 is just a, hey, how you doing? Week 2 can be a lunch thing. Hey, do you mind if I take you to lunch? Who doesn't need to eat every single day, at least once, right? Business owners like being wine to dine. Take them to lunch, right? Take them to a crappy restaurant that serves good food but takes 30 minutes to get food, right? Take them there and pitch them while you're waiting for your burrito taco salad to come out. That's a great thing to do. Golfing. If you like to golf, now's prime time. Take them golfing. You got them on a course for 4 hours. If you can get 3 business owners out there, you got to force them right now, and you're the star of the show, right? And now for 4 hours, they got to hear you pitch them while you pay for golf. Now, again, that's only if you have the money, okay? Do you use conversational hypnosis in your presentations? Lynn, no. No, I don't do any NLP. I don't do any conversational hypnosis. I don't even know how to do conversational hypnosis. If I do it, it'll be a shock to you and me, Lynn. All I do is I talk to them like a real-life human being. I find out what matters to them, and I show them how what matters to them can be accomplished through offline marketing. You want to save money because the recessions hit your business? Here's how we can decrease the other forms of advertising and increase your online advertising and save you money in the process. You know, you want to have a customer list that you can contact at a moment's notice? Here's how we do it. You know, you want to be able to have an e-commerce store? Here's how we do that. Whatever it is, you want to beat your competition because you hate that guy and you've hated him since high school? Yeah, we can do that. Let's talk about that. Brian says, I'm not trying to be a wise guy here. I always like that. It's like, I'm not trying to be a wise guy here, but here's my wise guy comment. So I'm just giving you a hard time, Brian. So literally this boils down to business not realizing how cheap web design can be coupled with web designers not knowing how to market. We can be the middleman. Yeah, Brian, you can absolutely be the middleman. You absolutely can. There's nothing wrong with it. And Brian, it's not, you've got it wrong in one fact, okay? It's not just web design and stuff like that, okay? It's not that. And here's why I say that. They don't want to do it, okay? They don't want to do it themselves. They're busy enough, all right? They got employees that don't show up, and when they show up, they sit around and don't work, right? They got inventory that needs to be moved. They got bills that are due. They got the phone ringing off the hook, the wife or husband mad at them, you know, bill collectors calling, stuff like that. They need someone that takes care of it. For instance, if I said to you, Brian, you know, hey, Brian, I could teach you how to lose 20 pounds. Right? I could teach you how to lose 20 pounds. Well, I'll show you the diet plan. I'll show you the workout plan. You know, this is how you do it. Or I said, hey, Brian, I'm going to lose the 20 pounds for you. I'll magically enter your body. I'll eat the foods you need to eat. You won't have to worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll run the treadmill. I'll do the workout plan. And then as a result, you get the benefit. But I do all the work. Which one would you sign up for? Well, if it was me and if it was possible, it'd be number 2 because I don't want to do the work. I want to let somebody else do the work, right? I just don't want to do that. So again, that's something you could do real easy, real simple. All right? So let's go on real quick. I'll answer some more questions in a moment, and let's talk about outsourcing because I love outsourcing. I do 100% of my business outsourced when it comes to, and you can literally outsource any part of this business. Don't want to do the lead generation stuff? That's fine. I have outsourcers doing it now, right? Don't want to do the website development part? That's perfectly fine too. Again, I have them doing it now. Whatever you want to do, you can do that. So there's 3 websites that I use primarily, okay? Odesk.com is a great website. There are a ton of them out there. Guru.com. I mean, there's just a ton of them. You know, Elance, Rent-A-Coder, whatever. Why do I use Odesk? Because I went on there from day one. I used it. I liked it. I went from there. Here's what I'm going to tell you about outsourcing. 3 huge takeaways. First one, always a flat fee, never an hourly rate. Again, always a flat fee, never an hourly rate. Why is that, Tim? Well, when they become an hourly employee, they become exactly that, an employee. I've got to manage their time. I've got to manage their hours. I've got to check on them every day, right? I've got to make sure they're working when they say they're working because I'm paying them by the hour. The other thing is it sets up an adversarial relationship, right? Because I want them to spend as few hours making as little money as possible. They want to spend as many hours making as much money as possible, right? That's why most businesses have salaried employees, because they want to be able to run you into the ground for 60 hours and only pay you for 40, right? I know, I've worked for corporations. That's what they like to do. So with a flat fee, I don't care if it takes Brian 4 months to get the job done, right? You're going to get it done, and I'm going to pay you $150, and when it's done, you'll get paid your money, and not a moment until it, right? That's just the matter of fact part. If it takes you 2 hours, great, Brian. I'm happy to do that. If it takes you 60 hours, sucks to be you, Brian, but we agreed to this price at the beginning. So that's number one. And I speak for that from personal experience. I went on vacation, came back, a $120 website had turned into a $340 website that wasn't even functional, right? I fired the guy, left negative comments, and did that. But you know what else I did? I paid $340 because he had a time log that showed he had, quote, unquote, worked for that time. So that's what I would tell you. That's number one. Number two, always a deadline, okay? Your definition of ASAP is today. Their definition is 4 weeks from today. So I always have a hard deadline. So it needs to be done by July 14th. If you cannot get the job done by July 14th, please do not apply for the job listing. It's nothing personal. I just need this job done on time and on budget, okay? And again, that sets the expectation, because Brian can't come back to me on July 14th and go, dear kind sir, I need more time. No, Brian, July 14th. That's what we agreed upon, right? So again, always flat fee, always have a hard deadline date. And the next one, and it's really helps weeding out the people that don't listen to you, and that is this. Always have some type of response device in your job posting. What do I mean by that? Well, I use words like red dragon, okay? And what I say is, look, your first words back to me need to be red dragon in replying to this job posting. If you do not use the words red dragon, it's the first thing back to me, I will not even look at your application for employment. Well, why do I do that? Well, somebody smarter than you and me has developed auto-posting software. So literally on a lot of these sites, you hit submit, you check back 5 minutes later, you've got 15 people who have applied. And that seems awesome until you realize that all 15 of those were auto-posted, meaning they never read your job description, they aren't really qualified for it, and you waste a lot of time in the process. By doing something as simple as making them repeat a phrase back to you at the beginning of the posting, it allows you to take 30 job postings and whittle it down to 5 or 7 people who read and responded appropriately. And let's say they did read it, but they didn't respond appropriately. Do you really want to hire somebody, right? Do you really want to hire somebody that doesn't follow your directions explicitly? Absolutely not. So again, got to be a flat fee, got to have a deadline, and got to have some way to weed them out. A response thing is great. Watch this video, and in the video, I've done it before, you know. Hey, tell me you watch this video by saying go Packers or something like that. Fiverr.com, that's number 2. This is an absolute awesome website. I like it because everything there is $5, right? You want an article written? $5. You want, you know, they're more content-based, not so much graphic, although there are a couple people that do graphics work on there. But if you want graphics or website work, stick with Odesk. That's been my experience. But you want content like articles written, you want press releases written, you want stuff distributed across the web, this is a great place to go. In fact, we'll go there live, okay? What you do, very simple, right? It's just Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. You go there, and it's a great website, okay? And all you do is you type in what you want. So I want an article writer, right? So out of that, I've got 109 supposed people that can write articles, right? I'll write you an article about anything you need for $5. So once you find someone like this, you just simply email them, because you can, let's say we're going to do this, right? Winner one, whatever it is. I will simply contact this and say, hey, look, I need to have a few samples of the work that you've done in the past. Then you read them. If they look decent, they sound like they were written by a semi-intelligent person, right, and not a person in a third world country or someone looking for their next drug hit off here, right, then you can hire them. Again, $5 friggin'. And there's other people that will proofread your own article. So if you would like to write the content, you need a proofreader, there you go. They'll do it, 2 pages, $5, right? I'll send you 10 PR articles, not what we're looking for, right? I'll write you an original article for your blog. Again, all of the stuff that you guys can do. Not only just article writing, but let's say you want to do press releases. Why would you do press releases? Because Google freaking loves press releases, all right? So you do that, I'll submit. So there's someone that will submit it for you. I'll teach you. I don't want to be taught. I want you to do it. I want you to write a press release for me. I'll write a perfect press release or a business-related article for $5. So this person right here will write you a press release. Now, am I saying they're all going to be home runs, knockouts? No, absolutely. Well, then why would we do it? Well, 1, to get it out there. 2, to start building backlinks, right? Because these are all posted usually on authority sites, right? Especially if you specify that. So Google starts backlinking to the website. And that backlink helps boost the website ranking in Google, Google Places, things like that. So again, this is a really dynamite way to do it. You want to make it even more powerful? Here's what you do. You contact this person and you say, look, I don't have the time to get you the crap you need to write your website or to write your press release. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay you $10. So not $5, now we're going to 10, right? And as a result of that, here's what I want you to do. Here's Brian's phone number. Right, I want you to contact him, right, and interview him for this article or press release or both. Once you do that, write it up, send it to me, I'll approve it, we'll get it taken care of, and we'll get you paid. That is truly that simple. But what have you done? Now you've given the business owner an experience, right? They're not just getting a website built, now they're experienced, right? Because who gets interviewed, right? Business owners rarely get interviewed. Successful people get interviewed. Celebrities, newsmakers, right? Lady Gaga gets interviewed, right? So now they're like, wow, and it has a super high perceived value. What do I mean by that? Very simply this, right? Now I'm just not writing content. No, Tim hired a writer to write the content for this, and he paid someone to interview me. They think it's huge money, right? You know it only costs you $5 or $10 for the content. What type of content do you need to put on? How much? All that stuff? It really depends. The more competitive the niche, right? The more competitive the niche, right? The more content you need to provide. Relevant, keyword optimized, all that good stuff. I got my mom's website ranked #1 in Google Places and #1 in depending on the keyword, anywhere from 1 to 3 in Google, right? With 7 articles to e-zine articles. That's all it took to get her ranked, her website ranked. 7 articles in e-zine articles that I had written for like $27. Okay? So again, don't let the simplicity fool you. This is extremely, extremely, extremely powerful and easy for you to do. And the last one I want to show you guys is Burn Your To-Do List. This is actually run by a friend of mine, Rachel Rofay. The cool thing about Rachel's place is she takes care of all the hassle for you. You pay monthly credits, and based on the monthly credits that you pay, right, she hires the people, they train them, they get the job done. You basically say, Rachel, I want a turkey, right, and then on your door shows up a fully cooked turkey, moist and ready to eat, right? So she handles the headaches. So if you're like me and you don't like to deal with all the headaches, right, you're like, oh, God, headaches, headaches, more headaches, right, then this might be a viable option for you. Again, perfectly up to you. If you're just getting your toes wet, I definitely cannot recommend Fiverr.com enough. Yes, you will have some people that are terrible. You just, hey, it's $5 and it's experience, right? I've spent several $100s on that place. A lot of people turn out to be good. Some people turn out to be not so good. It's okay. You'll be all right. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to answer some more questions for you guys in just 30 seconds. One more place I want to show you, a website I want you guys to go check out, and I'm going to put it here in the question and answer box so that you could do this. 1 second. There we go. Okay, perfect. Got it. Okay. Now, obviously, I've given you guys some cool content. I'm going to stick around and answer questions as long as you guys want. Brian asked me to mention this to you guys. I'm going to mention to give me 90 seconds, and then we won't talk about it again. okay? Now, what it is this. I have already started this class, but I am actually going to be running a special for you guys where we repeat the first class. And what it is over at 30minutepostcards.com/brian.html, right? So what you do is you go there, check it out. What it is it's a 5-week live webinar training. Again, live webinar training. Just like you and I are talking here, just like you're getting your questions answered, just like we're able to interact and switch around. That's what we're doing with this class, okay? You get 5 seminar trainings. They go from 6:30 p.m. Central to 8:30 was the first one, sometimes as late as 9. The following day, you get the video. The day after that, you get the audio. Then eventually you guys will get the transcripts as soon as I get the stuff transcribed. So you'll get those 5 classes. And again, for you guys, we're going to run a special class this Saturday for the people to take advantage of this, okay? So what you do is 5 weeks, right? Video copies, audio copies, and transcripts of the training. In addition, I know it says 1 here. I'm actually going to double it. I'm going to give you guys 2 done-for-you websites. 1 for you to use in your own business. So 1 for you to set up, for you to advertise your services to other people, and then 1 for you to sell to other businesses. So you literally could have a templated website in WordPress, very easy to use, where you say, hey, look, this is what you do, right? You will get complete training. Week 1, we talk about where to find the clients. Week 2, I give you all of my lead generation materials, all my postcards, all my direct mail sales letters, all my internet postings, all my emails, you know, the second, third one in the sequence, you get them all. Anything and everything I have for lead generation, because I'm constantly innovating and creating new stuff, is for you. You literally get it done for you. You get all that. You get all the websites done for you. All you have to do is add your individual content, put it up on the website, you're good to go. You'll also be taught. We talked a little bit about on-page and off-page SEO. I will break it down easy, super, super, super simple for you to do. We'll go step by step. Google Places, we'll actually go through a listing of a Google Place, go step by step, show you exactly how to do it, right? Exactly how to do it, step by step. No stone will be left unturned, right? You will have local seminar training. So if you guys want to run a lead generation seminar, you guys can do that as well. What you can do very easily, very simply, you get my direct mail sales letter, you get the sales presentation, you literally get everything that you want and need. You get it all there at 30minutepostcards.com/brian.html, right? You also get the SEO stuff. You get several of my own products. So several of my products range anywhere from $17 all the way up to $77. You get them included in this course. If you had to buy them by themselves, it'd be like $400 on their own. You also get several private label rights products that you can put your own name on. So you can literally rebrand them and sell them to offline companies as do-it-yourself services. Stuff like WordPress, stuff like SEO, all that important, wonderful stuff. You guys will have those products to brand as your very own, okay? Ongoing weekly support, not only in the webinars where we stay as long as we need to answer the questions that you guys have, but also via email. You guys get my private email access, right? So you guys can email me night or day, and I try to respond within 24 hours, a lot of times sooner. All right. Now there's 2 options for you guys, right? And it roughly equates to about $1,348 or $48,000, right? Give or take $1 million or $348,000 or so, right? There's 2 options for you guys, okay? Single pay, which is your best and cheapest option available, is $388. Okay, again, $388, one-time payment, no continuity, no monthly payment, nothing. $388, you're done, you're out the door. All right. If you kind of like, well, I'm kind of unsure, I kind of want to dip my toe in the water, see what we have to offer, and then go from there, then your second option is this, and it's the multi-payment. It's $127 for 4 payments every 3 weeks. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I didn't know how many payments, how many weeks, all that stuff. $127 for 4 payments every 3 weeks. And again, 30minutepostcards/brian.html is where it is at. Someone's asking me for the week-by-week breakdown again. Let me show it to you one more time. I actually built up fancy slides, so let me show you on slides because it's easy to remember, right? So week 1, which will be this Saturday for you guys, we will talk about finding and selecting offline prospects. And everything that we cover in this webinar series will be in a membership site area where you will get lifetime access to the membership area and the course, which means anytime that I repeat the course, you guys will have lifetime access to it. So go through it this time, great. Go through it the next time, free. for the lifetime that I run this course, right? So I'll be sharing with you, I shared with you 2 easy ways today. I'll be sharing with you about 8 or 9 additional ways for you to find your first offline client. Week 2, right, we talk about offline marketing lead generation. You get my done-for-you lead generation materials. I get a direct mail sales letter that was actually written for me in conjunction with Jason Fladlin, all right? He and I worked on it together. He actually uses it as his copywriting example. That's how much he likes it. You get my direct mail postcard marketing, right? Fully done for you. All you have to do is add your content, get it up, print it up, send it out. Emails. You get not only the first one you got tonight, but the several other follow-up ones. Any Craigslist, internet postings, and more. I'm working on a product right now. I don't want to spoil it, but it is a lead generation product. But you will get that 100%. 100%, okay? So just to let you know that, all right? So offline marketing SEO, that's week 3. And again, we will go on-page SEO, off-page. I will teach you how to perform what you need to do to help these sites rank. In addition to that, we'll cover Google Local and Google Places now, and how you can rank high. We'll talk about Yahoo, Bing. I've got a huge course for you guys that you get to home study on top of the stuff that we talk about with this. Week 4. We cover sales. Look, everything in life is sales, right? I had to sell my wife on the idea of cooking dinner tonight, right? And if you're not a salesperson, that's fine. I am not either. I'm not a high pitch, high pressure, hair slip back, cheap plastic shoe salesman. Okay, I'm very low key. I'm very down to earth. I'm very ABC. This is what I can do for you. Let's go through that. And this is really more than internet marketing. It's more than offline marketing. This is a life skill that you can take with you. For all of my offline jobs, from my hypnosis business, to my stage hypnosis business, to my insurance business, to what I do today online and offline, are composed in this week 4, okay? I spent over $5,000, home study courses, in-person training, anything you can think of, learning how to sell. And over the 5 years, I've been in the trenches day in and day out, and I really do teach you how to do that, okay? Week 5, we talk about outsourcing. I give you all of my templates. What do I mean by that? You have all of my templates. You want to hire a web designer? Bam, I'll show you how to do that. You want to hire an article writer? I'll show you how to do that. Press release writer? Gotcha. Transcriptions, video, audio, everything like that. You get it all done for you. And I even give you a Rolodex of my people to use. So, hey, this is the guy I recommend for website design. This is my email person. This is my article person. This is my press release person, so on, so forth, okay? In addition, you get 1, but you actually get 2 done for you websites. 1 for you, for your services, 1 to sell your services. In addition to that, you get several other WordPress templates, okay? 2 things, and then I'm done, and we'll answer questions. If you buy tonight, okay, and only for the people on the call, and only if you buy tonight, right, you get a bonus question answer, so you get a bonus week 6, where in addition to the weekly question answer, we'll get together and we will put all the pieces together and we will answer any and all questions. And again, it's not limited to just this webinar. You have private access to me via email and also on the webinar. We stay and answer questions until we're done, okay? The other thing is you will get a business listing of every listing in your state. Okay? I say 99.9% because I can't guarantee you that it's got every single one, but it's got a majority of them for sure. If you're in the United States or Canada, you get a list free. It's $60. I sold one today. I sell one usually once every other day for $60 a piece. You guys get that free of charge just for buying on the webinar tonight. Okay? It's got cool things: company name, address, city, state, zip code, website, phone, fax, contact person, title, gender, SIC, I mean everything, okay? Again, you can check it out, 30minutepostcards.com/brian.html. That's where you guys can go. The single pay $388 is going to save you the most amount of money and time. The multi-pay, again, if you want to dip your water, feet in the water, you get in there, you decide after 2-3 weeks, this isn't for me, you contact me, we don't bill you again. Perfectly, legit. Want to make sure as Brian's people, you guys get taken care of. So that's it. All right, class starts. It says July 6th. It won't. It'll actually be Saturday is when we'll do the special class for you guys. You'll not only get that class, but I will also give you the class of Tuesday so that you can catch that up. So with that, I'm ready to answer any questions that you guys have. Gregory, can you talk a bit or more about the WordPress templates? Yes, Gregory, they're Studio Press templates that I bought resale rights to that I will be sending with you. The templates themselves, the one that is for your customer is it's a 5-page website. It's got a photo gallery, a website calendar. It's also got email autoresponder, capture. It's got it's heavily WordPress optimized and easy to change. And also the great thing is I'll give you the designer who designed it for me, and obviously he knows it inside and out, so you guys can contact him and work with him. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Okay, cool. All right. Is Brian giving us a sign-up bonus? Well, you're Brian's customer, so absolutely, Brian's giving you the sign-up bonus of being his customer. So.
No, actually, it's a good question. So I thought about this, and what I want to do is I want to provide anybody that buys this program, and I want to add my 2 cents, and I want to give you guys some ideas about why I see this as such a valid opportunity. I'm going to include my commission ritual. So this is really a course that goes into exactly how to launch a website. So you might want to learn. Now, Tim said, you might not want to learn. Maybe you don't want to hire someone else. Maybe you want to create a simple site. I'm going to give you the blueprints to allow you to do just that. And you're going to be able to grab some themes. Tim has got some WordPress themes. And you'll be able to go through the course and understand how easy it is to launch a site with WordPress. Now, at the same time, what I really like about Tim is everything that he's done with outsourcing. I think it's pretty ingenious, and there's a lot to take away from that. And you might want to get started with prepping and getting the site together. I think it would be good practice to learn some basic SEO strategies, and that's exactly what you're going to learn with Commission Ritual. But maybe you want to hire out the content from Fiverr, or maybe you want to go ahead and hire someone to create a video, or maybe you want to hire someone to create a press release that will be distributed. At the same time, you'll have access to Commission Ritual. Now, this is a course that normally sells for $97, and I'll let you guys know that I rarely, and I'm serious about this, I rarely give access to Commission Ritual as a bonus. And the reason is just it's kind of one of my flagship products. It is a product that has stood the test of, well, in the internet years, a year is like 20 years in the business world. So Commission Ritual actually came out at the end of July last year. And the good news is that everything that I teach in that course is really based on proven methods that I've used for years and years. They work today, they worked years ago, and I don't see anything changing. So you'll have access to that, and it's going to give you some skills you need to go in several different directions, and that will be the bonus. And Tim, if you can put this on a slide, can you edit the slide right now, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I can do whatever we
okay.
want for sure.
Well, so on that slide, just go ahead and add that if anybody buys this, because I want you guys to have access to Commission Ritual. Seriously, it's a good course. It's going to give you the backbone on SEO. It's going to give you the backbone, or not really the backbone. It's going to give you the what's the word I'm looking? The foundation on SEO. It's going to give you the foundation on understanding what markets to go into and what not to drive traffic and to make money. So I want you to have that. So in order to get that, you're going to want to send an email to my assistant, Fabulous Hannah, and the email address is commissionritualsupport@gmail.com. Now, if you could please include the title of the email should be Tim Castleman Bonus, and then we're going to get you set up with an account at Commission Ritual. Now, if you've already got Commission Ritual, I want you to make note of that, because I'm going to figure something else out for you. I've got some ideas. Ultimately, we're going to take care of you, and I want to get you guys some extra good stuff. And I know I can do it with a number of things that I have available. But if you don't have Commission Ritual, I really want you to get it, because it's such a cornerstone of SEO, driving traffic, making money. And I think it would be very complementary to what Tim has put together. So if Tim, can you just put that on the screen so people can see that? Have them contact.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Bam, there you go. See, I'm typing while you're talking. So, yep, if anyone buys it, there you go. That's the email address right there. Subject title, Tim Castleman bonus. I'm going to answer some quick questions because I see some great questions here. Christine asked, I may have missed the answer to this question, but pricing for redesign services. Did you say you start your packages at $1,500? Christine, I tell people on pricing it really depends on what they want, meaning where your comfort level is. A lot of people, and I had a problem when I started asking for $1,500. So what I would tell you to do is leapfrog, meaning make your first websites and figure a starting fee. So let's just say $7.95, okay? And then you say, all right, I'm going to do 3 websites at $7.95. Then I'm going to go bump it up to $9.95, okay? Then I'm going to do 4 websites there. Then I'm going to bump it up to $12.95. I'll do 5. And basically, you keep bumping it up until you start hearing more no's than yeses. That's what I would tell you to do. So for you, I would start off and I'd have a beginning package, whatever it is, and you can use the template that I provide in this course. 5 pages, it's got a web calendar, it's got a photo gallery, it's got email capture, it's $7.95. Get that, build up your proof, build up your testimonial, build up your proof portfolio, really get those sites rocking and rolling for you, and then as a result of that, what you do, then you can raise your prices like that. So that's what I would tell you to do for a beginning thing. Jim, if that's an issue, shoot me an email at tim@30minutepostcards, and we'll get you taken care of.
Hey, Tim, do you mind if I jump in and maybe try to tackle one question?
Absolutely. Please do.
Because I've seen one question prop up, or that's not the right word either, crop up, or pop up, or whatever. I guess they're all just fine. But the bottom line, this question, guys, is rejection. How can I present this business opportunity and not get rejected? Well, let's be real, okay? First of all, Tim came up with some strategies that were brilliant, and I got it. When I say that, Tim, I mean, that was off the hook. Don't call the business during business hours. Call them when they're closed. Leave a message on their voicemail. Everybody has voicemail now. So that's the first reason, the first method. And Tim had a couple ideas, and in this course, as you go through it, you're going to understand the intricacies. But at the end of the day, and I want to be realistic with you guys, okay? Look, if you want to make money, if you want to make great money, if you want to exceed your dreams, if you want to go after it, you're going to hear no. That's it. That's the bottom line. We got to buck up. We got to be realistic, and we have to understand that that's going to happen. That's going to be okay. At the same time, a lot of what Tim was talking about was send out 100 email addresses, emails. Do 20 a day. Heck, hire someone at Fiverr and tell them, I want you to contact these businesses. I'll send you 20 or 30 every now and then. Just as I send them to you, send out the emails. Here's the template. And you'll get some people that will say yes. That's how business works. Not everyone is going to say, oh my God, I'm so excited to get started. But I promise you, if you take action and you believe that it can happen, it will happen. It's as simple as that. And the other thing I want to say, and this is just an idea, is that Tim mentioned about getting started. Well, how do you get your first client? If you look in your personal life, right now there's someone that you know that probably could use some help. And they might be a brother or a sister or an uncle or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. And you're probably in a position where you know way more than they do. I mean, you might not think you've got all the answers, but compared to people outside, us as internet marketers, man, we really geek out. And if you really start to think of what you know about 300 times more than most business owners. And you can basically help them out. And the example that I use is my brother. My he's a landscape architect. And sometimes, he's very good at what he does. But sometimes he tries to be really, really good at everything, and it doesn't work out for him. And he came to me about 3 or 4 years ago, and he said, I'm going to redo my website. I've got this woman, and she's a designer. It's going to be so cool, and it's going to have these little leaves on it, and you put the mouse over the leaf, and they change colors. It's going to be flash. It's going to be like pictures. And I'm like, dude, you are totally missing the boat. That is a disaster. I'm like, it's not really a disaster, but you're not going to bring anything to the party. I mean, all you have at that point is kind of like a business card. So I said, come over to my house. Let's sit down for an hour and a half, and I'll give you a blueprint. And if you follow through and if you take my advice, and it was so hard because he's like, he never listens to me. I'm the guy that had problems in college, and I'm kind of rocky, and Mark knows best. But after a long meeting, he decided to go with my ideas, and we totally scratched the Flash website because that wouldn't have brought him any visitors. He wouldn't be found in Google. He wouldn't have the opportunity to get clients. He would just simply have a place to send people once they already knew of his site. Well, now you can go online and you can search for Minnesota landscape design, and he comes up like number 2. You can search for landscape design company Minnesota. He comes up number 4, and on and on. And then there's probably the top 40 cities in Minnesota, and he gets clients now. And what's really neat is right now you have the opportunity to help businesses locally. When Tim says you can get in there and you can turn their business around and you can do it for pennies on the dollar, I mean, these companies are spending a lot of money to get started, and you have the opportunity to really give them a great value for their advertising budget. And it's neat that you don't have to worry about affiliate links or AdSense, and you can really outsource everything. So that's why I was so impressed with Tim, and really what he showed me in Vegas when we started taking a look at this. I was really floored, to be quite honest, because I'm not the greatest at outsourcing. I'm much better now, and I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of irons in the fire, but it took me too long. I was too afraid to let other people work on my stuff. And here's this guy, Tim, and he's just like, he's got a full-time job, and he's doing this stuff on the side, and he's making crazy money because he's let go and he's allowed other people to do the heavy lifting for him. So that's why I really wanted to bring Tim on today. And I hope you guys take advantage of this, because Tim is one of these people that is a solid teacher. He's fun to be with. He's passionate about the Internet, making money on the Internet. And if you follow through and you follow with him, you can do very, very well. So, awesome.
That's awesome. Thanks. The check's in the mail, Brian. Wow, that's awesome. Now, Ruth, I hope I pronounced it right. Ruthella asks, I lost audio and lost the section related to the cost of the course. You can see it here, Ruthella. It's 30-minute postcards / Brian.html. There's 2 options. It's $388. That's a single payment, no monthly continuity, nothing. It's a one-and-done payment. If you are a little hesitant, or if $388 is a lot of money, then what I would do is I'd recommend the $127. Again, it's 4 payments of $127. And if you get in there and you decide, hey, it's not for me, we'll simply and easily cancel your membership, and you won't be charged again. Now, you mentioned, it's funny, he mentioned his brother's site. I want to show you guys my mom's website. Why? Because, well, it's my mom's website, and you're thinking, oh, come on, you know. And I want to show you how I want to show you in real-world figures what this means to business, okay? So my mom, Darlene Sewing Accessory Machine Repairs, right there, #1 in Lubbock, Texas, okay? Now, my mom has $0.0 to advertise her business, really nothing, okay? So I set this up for her because, well, she gave birth to me, and I kind of felt like I owed her, okay? Now, my mom charges $60 for sewing machine repairs. That's what she does. She does use sewing machines as well, and she also does sewing classes. But let's just take sewing machine repair, right? So she does that. Now, let's say that this website and this Google Places account gets her 1 listing a month. Okay, so it gets her 1 new customer a month. So 60 times 12, right, is $720. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but again, that's only 1 customer. So if I were to charge my mom for a Google Places account, it'd probably be anywhere from $5.95 to $7.95. She could make that money back with 1 customer per month for the entire year. And again, my mom runs a sewing machine shop. I mean, can you imagine what it would be, right? Can you imagine what it would be for someone else that actually costs a little bit more money? Let me give you another example, okay? I have a pest control company that comes out and sprays my yard every 3 months. Why? Because we have 4 dogs, and if, God forbid, my wife finds a flea or a tick on either one of them, then I got to sleep on the couch for like a year, okay? So I paid them $80 every 3 months. So 80 times 4, right? So I paid them $320, which means when the Google Places, all I have to do is get them the Google Places, right? That's all I have to do. 3 clients. So basically, 1 client every 4 months, okay? So I could totally screw off for 3.5 months, wake up one day, hit the magic Google buttons, bam, there you go, get it taken care of, get them 1 client, and it will have paid for that in just 3 to 4 clients. Actually, for these guys, it would pay for it in 2 to 3 clients, okay? And again, we're talking about low transaction things. I mean, think about a dentist. My wife had to have her wisdom teeth removed, okay? $2,500 cash. The guy doesn't take insurance, right? You can file the insurance paperwork and he'll submit it for you, but he doesn't do it, right? I walk in, this guy's got a cappuccino machine, it's marble floors, right? I think I'm in the freaking wrong business. So if I sell him a website and it's $2,500 website, all he has to do is get 1 customer for the remainder of his life, and it will pay for that. And the great thing we haven't even talked about yet, folks, continuity or monthly payments. Most of these people, $50 to $250 a month is what they're paying me for their website hosting, on-page and off-page SEO. So think about that. If you had let's just say you had $100 a month. Okay, that means with 50 websites, or if you got 1 website a week, right, you would be getting a monthly payment of $5,000. So every month at the beginning of the month, bam, those renewals go in through PayPal, or they go in through your merchant account, or they go in through checks coming in the mail, and you get a $5,000 starting off each and every month. And all you have to do is get 1 customer a week. So 1 every 7 days. That's it. That's all you have to do. And again, my mom, this is the only advertising. No yellow page, no TV, no radio, no signs, barely even a billboard outside of her own business. And she tells me on a daily basis. I had 3 people call me, and they all said they found me on Google. And it's not just people that are 20s and 30s. She says that little old ladies, 70 and 80 years old, they're the ones that are using it now. And that's what's crazy. These people are the ones that are absolutely using Google now to find it. I don't even look in the yellow pages anymore. All I do is, okay, when I want something, Google it. If I can't Google it, then I go somewhere else where I can. And because the economy's been so horrible, you have a real-life opportunity, like Brian says, to help people. Because what are businesses looking to do, right? They're looking to save money, right, reduce costs, and increase the amount of customers. And if you do that for a business, they absolutely love you for it. I mean, they absolutely love you for being able to help them out without a doubt. So let me answer some more questions because I see we got some more coming in fast and furious, and we'll go from there. Perfect. Okay. All right. So please say the email where we're supposed to tell you what we already have. Oh, the email is right here, commissionritualsupport@gmail.com. It's right here on the website. Yes, Carol, there will be a replay. Brian, shoot me an email, tim@30minutepostcards.com, and we'll get you taken care of. Anyway, all right. Is there a monthly fee? Nope, it's a one-time fee. It is a one-time fee. That's all there is. There's no ongoing continuity payments or anything like that. And again, you get lifetime access. That's all. That's what you get. You get lifetime access.
Well, awesome presentation, Tim. And again, guys, this is a really great and fun and exciting opportunity. And it's just a matter of really putting your foot in front of the other, taking action, moving forward, and getting the message out, getting some emails out, making a few phone calls, and so on. And you can absolutely get a local business up and running like Tim has. So fantastic. Take action. Get this. Try it out. You know, Tim's got a couple different payment plans. If you're not sure about making the one lump sum of $388, what was it, Tim? $388?
Yeah, $388, right?
Then go ahead and try monthly and give it a go, and that way you can test drive it, see if it's for you. And if not, Tim will get you back. No problem at all. So awesome. Thanks, Tim.
Hey, no problem. My pleasure. All right, it's 8:37. I'm going to do one or two more questions, and then we're going to get out of here so you guys can enjoy the rest of your night. Google says, cannot find site with Brian.html. Okay, well, hold on one second. Let me get you, Teresa, let me get you that site. There you go. Perfect. Send all. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I copied that right from the deal, so it shouldn't have any problems, Teresa. And if you do have any problems, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me, tim@30minutepostcards.com. Be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have about that. Speaking of that, last chance to ask some questions. On-page, off-page SEO, offline marketing, online marketing. Ask away, and we'll definitely get you taken care of. So, Brian, what'd you have, while we're waiting for this question, what'd you have for dinner tonight?
I had ribeye with cheddar mashed potatoes, grilled asparagus, flatbread with artichoke and spinach dip, and I'll have my margarita after the webinar.
Wow, really? Okay. Wow. Okay, well, that beats my lump sum pizza for sure. Holy cow. Wow. Okay. Don't know what to say about that. Now, did you cook? I mean, because I know you're the chef, right? So
no. Well, actually, my wife picked up food on the way home. We had some people here. We're like doing the sale of my house, and we're getting ready to move in a while. So we were doing that, and she just brought some food home. So I lucked out. So very nice.
Wow. Okay. I was like, holy cow. I was like, dude, I'm coming to your house. Pizza was no good compared to that.
No, it's all good. We love pizza too. Pizza's delicious.
What was your dish? If there was a dish that you're like, man, I could cook this better than anybody.
Well, you can go to YouTube and check out my cooking channel. Lots of recipes there. My wife, everybody likes my nachos. I make these crazy nachos. I know it sounds weird, but these are like gourmet nachos. They're terrific.
Wow. Okay. Let me answer this question real quick, and then we'll get back to the food chat here. Do you have any information about services that you've been able to tack on the initial website plus redesign? Yeah, Christine, you can offer tons of stuff. Do they want to do a social media campaign? Maybe they want to do video. Do they want to have photos? Do they want to have, because all that stuff is an upsell, right? So here's your basic website, and then do you want to have a web calendar? Yeah, that's additional. Do you want to do email capture? Yeah, that's additional. Do you want to do a photo gallery? Yeah, that's, do you want to do video? Yeah, okay, again, so all of those things can be upsell. So say your basic website's $12.95, and then each one of those is $147 to $197. Again, totally up to you how you want to do it, but that's how you can do it. That's how I recommend doing it. That's how I do it. Ruth, the class starts. Ruth has already started. We're going to do a makeup session if needed for your folks. So I would definitely, if you want to, and again, you can have access to it. I mean, it is a membership site area. So Ruth, shoot me an email, tim@30minutepostcards.com, and we'll definitely get you taken care of. Bob had chicken soup. I understand, Bob. Chicken soup for the soul is always a good thing.
Hey, chicken soup. No, go Google homemade chicken noodle soup, and then you'll see my recipe. Google video.
What?
Yeah, I'm serious, dude. You think I'm kidding? Anyway, guys, this is awesome. This has been so fantastic, and the information here. Like I said, I've done this myself, and I can see the effects, and I can see what can happen because my own brother is kind of grateful now. Like, thank goodness I didn't make that silly Flash website. And it's neat to know that I've helped his business grow. And at the same time, that's something I could easily have charged a boatload of money for. And you can do that same thing and you can outsource it, which is so powerful. And that's what Tim has been doing. So check it out. This is an awesome opportunity. And you need to jump in, test it out, hang out with Tim. He is a brilliant teacher, and he'll give you what you need to get started and start moving forward. So check it out at 30minutepostcards.com/brian.html. And Tim, what I do is I don't even say backslash or forward slash anymore because I always get corrected.
Okay.
I'm like, whatever, go to that address and you'll find good stuff, and then you'll be able to take action and move forward. So
Yes.
anyway,
Yeah,
thank you so much,
that's
Tim,
fun.
for hanging out. It's been great.
Hey, no problem. Let me answer this question, then we're done here. Greg says, isn't everyone and his brother doing offline? No, Gregory. In fact, you're going to find that a lot of people buy stuff, especially in certain forums, but they never do anything with it. In my area, a town of 230,000, maybe there's a handful of companies, but here's the thing. Nobody is proactive, right? Everybody waits for business to come to them. Nobody goes after them. So when you show up, typically you're the first and only guy that talks to them. It's like the yellow page guy and the TV and the radio guy. Why do they get the business? Because they're the only people that call on the business, right? And the business owner's not actively searching to spend his money. So it's like, wow, this guy talked to me. He made me feel important and special. I got a free pen and a T-shirt and a hat. So there you go. So that's the way to do it. So yeah, don't worry, Gregory. There's plenty of fish in the sea, as my grandmother would say, when it comes to dating and offline marketing.
Awesome, guys. Well, I see some people that are jumping in. Fred's jumping in. Mark has thanked both of us, Tim, and I thank you because I'm so grateful that we met. I just felt like we're kind of two kindred spirits, and we're kind of goofy, but we're passionate about what we do, and really fantastic. So thanks again, Tim, for coming and presenting these really fun and exciting ideas. You know, what's really neat about internet and internet marketing is that you've carved out a niche for yourself totally different from what I've done. I mean, just exact opposite, and you're just crushing it. You're making great money, you're having fun, and it's a great way for people to get started. And so, again, just thanks a lot for coming on and presenting this, Tim.
Hey, no problem. My pleasure, Brian. I appreciate you guys being so attentive and asking some really awesome questions. Again, any questions or anything you guys need from me, Tim at 30minutepostcards.com. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to go eat whatever is left over with the pizza and pretend it's a steak and grilled mashed potatoes and all that good stuff.
Well, awesome, guys. Everybody take care. And lastly, so thanks for hanging out with the webinar with us, and I really appreciate it. And I always try to provide, and when I invite someone on to present, it's important that they're going to provide some real solid information, and I know that Tim has done that tonight. So thanks for hanging out. We'll have more webinars in the future. Let's get excited about internet marketing and get excited about local and get excited about what Tim has and jump in. But anyway, we'll see you guys later. Thanks again, and take care, everybody. Thanks, Tim.
Have a great one. Thanks, Brian. See you guys.